Debt is a significant reason many people feel trapped. However, it is also a tool that has built skyscrapers, funded businesses, and made real estate investors wealthy. So, what's the truth? Debt can either destroy your life or help you build wealth. The key difference is not luck. It lies in whether the debt purchase produces more value than its cost. Let's break down how this works using simple math and real-world principles. First, you need to understand one clear idea. Debt is neither good nor bad on its own. It is leverage. Leverage means using borrowed money to control something larger than you could buy with cash. This can help you grow faster, but it can also lead to quicker financial ruin. Therefore, the goal is not merely to use debt. Instead, it is to use debt only when the odds are favorable and the potential downsides do not jeopardize your financial well-being. Here's a rule to protect yourself. If the debt does not generate cash flow or long-term value that is likely to exceed its total cost, then it is not making you money. It is simply borrowing. The total cost encompasses more than just the interest rate. It includes fees, risks, stress, and the reality that lenders expect repayment even when circumstances become challenging. Before discussing how to make money with debt, it's essential to address when debt typically makes people poorer. High-interest consumer debt is a major wealth killer. Credit cards, many buy now, pay later plans, and payday loans often carry high rates. If your interest rate is excessively high, it can become difficult for most ordinary investments to consistently outpace it. In simple terms, the debt grows faster than your money. In such cases, the best investment is often simply paying down the debt. This isn't always the case, but it is frequently true. Now let's examine the types of debt that can create wealth in the real world. One common way people make money with debt is by borrowing to purchase income-generating assets. This is the simplest business approach to debt. You borrow money, buy something that generates income, and the profit covers the loan payment, leaving some left over. If there's no leftover profit, you are not building wealth. You are merely taking a risk. A classic example of this is a cash-flowing rental property. While there are no guarantees, real estate is often leveraged because the asset can generate rental income and has the potential to appreciate in value over time. Here's an example of how to approach math, focusing on structure. Imagine a rental property that generates $2,000 in income each month. Your expenses, including the mortgage, insurance, and property taxes, might total $1,600. You might also budget an additional $200 for repairs, vacancies, and maintenance. That leaves you with about $200 in positive cash flow. However, these $200 are not guaranteed. It merely illustrates what positive cash flow looks like. If the numbers are negative, you may find yourself subsidizing the property every month, which can be risky if your income decreases. When this method works, debt allows you to control a large asset with a relatively small down payment. Conversely, when it fails, debt can ensnare you with payments you cannot escape. This is why risk control is crucial. It matters more than initial success. The second way people make money with debt is by borrowing to grow an established business with existing demand. You see this commonly with equipment financing, inventory loans, or small business loans. It can be effective, but the key is this: you should not use debt to test an unproven idea. Instead, you should use debt to scale an operation you already know has customers willing to pay. For example, if you run a small cleaning business and have consistent monthly clients, you understand your profit per job and know your team can handle increased work. In this case, a loan to acquire equipment, hire staff, or fund marketing can help boost revenue. Again, there's no guarantee of success, but now the debt is supporting a proven system rather than a hopeful dream. A simple way to assess this is by looking at coverage. If your business generates $1,000 in profit each month and the loan payment is $900 per month, you are taking a significant risk. However, if your business profits $4,000 per month and the loan payment is still $900, you have some breathing room. That breathing room is essential. It prevents debt from becoming a source of panic. The third way to profit from debt is by using low-cost debt to invest in skills that enhance your earning potential. Though it may not be the most glamorous approach, it is one of the most practical ways to make money with debt. When people wisely utilize student loans, training financing, or certifications, the return can be higher income and improved job prospects. However, the danger lies in overpaying for a qualification that doesn't significantly increase your earning capacity. Thus, the right question to ask is not, should I take the loan, but rather, what is the potential income difference and how likely is it? When considering a training program costing $10,000 that potentially increases your income by $5,000 annually, you could pay it off in about 2 years, excluding interest and taxes. However, if the income boost is uncertain or the job market is unstable, the debt could become risky. Smart debt is targeted and strategic, focusing on credentials that align with clear career paths and skills in consistent demand. Borrowing without a solid plan can lead to unproductive debt. All good debt shares a common trait. It's linked to an asset or skill that provides a real return on investment, not merely speculative gains. Many people err by overlooking the essential rules that can prevent debt from becoming burdensome. Here are the rules for making debt work in your favor. Rule 1. Maintain a margin of safety. Ensure your debt strategy can withstand challenges like vacancies or unexpected expenses. If your plan relies on everything going perfectly, it's not a solid plan. Rule 2. Opt for fixed payments when possible. Variable interest rates can catch you by surprise with rising costs. Fixed-rate debt is easier to budget for, so if you must take variable rates, know what can change in your payments. Rule 3. Ensure liquidity. Keep a cash cushion to handle typical issues without accruing more debt. Many neglect this and find themselves trapped in a cycle of debt. Rule 4. Don't use debt for investments. You don't understand. Borrowing to invest in volatile assets is speculative and risky. Build your knowledge first and start small. Gambling with debt can lead to financial trouble. Rule 5. Make debt temporary, not permanent. Have a clear exit strategy for any debt you take on. Aim to pay it down, refinance if beneficial, or sell the asset if needed. Before taking on debt, ask, does this help me acquire an asset or skill for income? Will the income generated exceed my debt payments? Can I manage if things go wrong? If you answer no to any, reconsider. This guide is for educational purposes. Evaluate your financial situation and consider consulting a financial professional before borrowing. Debt can be profitable if used wisely. It should grow something yielding a return greater than its cost while managing risks. Remember, debt is not a shortcut. It's a tool that can either accelerate progress or lead to failure, depending on the strength of your plan. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.